And about all of this crap. I had my entire consciousness. I could hear that wetback in my own consciousness and my soul consciousness, which she stole a lot of. My spirit team and my ancestors and them roach spirits, including Nefertiti and their insanity. I was trying to find where he was because of this wetback. She, as I said before, she fucked him up. Took I believe the original. But, tried to kill him off and take his powers, as well as his higher self. With that being said, I could hear that bitch taunting me, say, I need help, because, I played, different stuff, in the middle of the night by Neurobeast when she most attacks to try to get my stuff back. And, with that being said, she keep fucking with, we were able to get a lot of my stuff back. My ancient ancestors, my Igbo ancestors, one of whom practiced Ifa. I myself do Palo Mayombe. I didn't even know it until I learned about that while I was in jail. It's energy work. I feel this bitch moving my entity attachments. She'll get control of your soul consciousness so she could have control over your entity attachments, connecting you to God and so forth and so on, and to angelic protection. With that being said, I'm hoping that she don't try to, fuck with me and use shit against me. I hear her trying to tell me what... No, I got to get this wetback bitch out. With that being said, my spirit team was able to, call together a lot of my stuff through the wisdom of my Igbo ancestors. I learning through this curse, I've got a great respect for Igbo and Yoruba and African traditions. That's why I can't stand it when I see my people trying to, I want to be Mexican. The fuck you. You come from great civilizations, and it's not just Kemet. You come from civilizations like Mali. You had, there was an African teacher who taught me this. I don't know there was the Songhai kingdom, and there was another kingdom. And Mali, I found out during this curse, one of my ancestors is Mansa Musa. The Axum Kingdom was another one. We come from greatness. There's no reason to want to identify, like I heard during this curse. I ain't trying to put them down. I respect, well, Aphrodite is Greek, which is connected to the Cometians. But I heard, during this curse, I think it might have been the higher self on, but I heard her say, why would you want to connect with you come from, you come from greatness. You got great Cometian ancestors. You got Santeria. The Orishas, you got the Voodoo Loas that's connected to very old, ancient practices and gods and demigods that's connected to God himself. Like I say, during this curse, I found out that black people actually we were created direct from God. We come direct from God. That's why we're envied. And we're the repository for all the knowledge in the universe. With that being said, there's no reason for us to want to be on some bullshit where you aggrandize another fucking civilization, another fucking culture where they can't even hold a candle to you. You are the great thing. Oh, this one I wanted to say. Her higher self was saying, now, look, I got great respect for Fenrir. I got nothing but the utmost respect for Yggdrasil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's Norse, which I have a little bit of ancestry. Norse, those are the Norse gods. They took me in. They were helping me out during this curse. I'm not going to lie. With Yggdrasil being the greatest. And then you got Fenrir, who's a wolf. I remember at one point seeing Thor in a vision and my brother being altered into a wolf. Clouds show you that. With that being said, the higher self of the woman, blonde hair, blue eyed, Jewish, Hitler wouldn't like it. And I found out, well, I'm not going to go into detail about that. But I'm going to say this. Why would the Vikings were dirty and they were skinnier than what they portrayed them to be. And it's no insult. Why would you want to connect to that when you come from great, sophisticated civilizations? You got the Moors, the Moors. Why would you want to relate to that? There's no reason. There's no need. So, with that being said, I wanted to mention one of my ancestors is Hitler. With that being said, and there's a great deal of blacks that's connected to it via Harriet Tubman. I got to do something about this shit because my shit is all fucked up. With that being said, a great deal of my ancestors came through to try to put me back together as much as they can. And I nearly lost my inner connection to my father. I used 295 hertz and 295 hertz combined with 695 hertz to bring him back. You get to also use 1714 as well as 1715 to do the same. But, my Egyptian ancestors have been a great help, especially the Igbo and, Baron Samedi, interestingly. But my father has been the greatest of help. I'm not going to lie. Looking out for me, making sure I'm as protected as can be. And I think he's the one with the Commission roots, if I'm not mistaken. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and, but this morning, this bitch it's just hard to get, I ain't going to say much, but they describe them motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about here when I say this as being demented fucking robots. This bitch, despite the trauma that she's imposing on me, and just, like I said, I keep hearing this wetback bitch, higher self say over and over again, something got to be done about the lower self or something. I don't know. I want her to stay dead. Not I want her dead, I want her to stay dead. So something happened on May the 1st, 2024 at her hands. And I heard in the spirit plane that she accepted 34,000 from the people who initially sacrificed and cursed me. With that being said, I keep hearing her say over and over again, I want to take a shit, I want to take a shit. And tearing out my soul consciousness. Again, she did it to my dad going back to that August the 22nd, 2022 timeline where I got soul swapped. And that timeline is real. When I called on my father and his energy in that timeline, I got a monster. very similar to this. And because that, you know, I also got in one timeline him turning into a Theriel, a big ugly monster, because they keep cutting him up. They keep placing him somewhere in the astral plane where he keeps getting cut up. And my Cometian ancestors, I'm going to say this right now, I believe that the Cometians are above the Illuminati. I don't, then you got Hecate, and then you got the redhead. It goes on. It's a hierarchy. Now my consciousness is being fucked with as soon as I say that, by this evil shit. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It's you know, going back to that timeline, I kept hearing in the middle of the night that she had a lot of control over my consciousness. She's extremely hard to get rid of. Very, very hard. She's like an ooze. I don't know if she's operating, you know, that permeates herself and moves viciously. You know, at one point she was using her connection to Santa Muerte to do that. With that being said, you know, she tried to, I mean, early this morning I woke up and I felt the main parts of my consciousness being removed by her, you know, shifted and removed out. And I could literally feel the difference. And that was scary. And I could feel myself having no inner connection. She keeps trying to remove my God self and replace it with herself. Especially my father's connection to God. My connection to God being my dad. So, with that being said, you know, I felt her early this morning removing my main consciousness. You know, she's trying to kill me off and block and manipulate any sort of help that I get. Her objective, you know, as I say before, I saw the Illuminati in my timelines, Jay-Z and all of that, is to get power and money. And just like you know what I'm talking about, the demented robot, this bitch gets off on viciously attacking me. You know, when my soul consciousness was being fixed, you know, I'm just going to say, you know, it's a fucked up situation. So anyways, we're going to go to these cards. I'm sorry if I haven't been posting. I plan on posting 2 more videos. Today it's just because of what's spiritually going on. I get hindered. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a tarot reading. Let me use my third eye as much as I can. I see a major shift coming for you. I see a lot of abetment and help coming your way. I'm just going to say it like that. So we're going to throw these cards. It's so nice being in this apartment, by the way, man. I plan on getting like a nice little whatchamacallit. I'll make that look. I know it's ironic for me to be saying this, given my situation, witchy. And I keep being told not to get like a potted plant or something, because she was going to use that against me. Paraffin is her real name. All right, so with that being said, in the obstacle position, we got the 6 of Swords. And I feel that your query is, you're wondering whether you can move away from a really, really terrible situation. From a really terrible situation. So right here we got the Page of Cups. And I feel that you're moving, that's the present position. I feel like you feel stymied, but you're not going to be stymied for long. So we got the Page of Cups. And I feel like you're in a good place where you're getting a lot of abetment, a lot of help, a lot of assistance. So right here, we got the 3 of Cups. That's going to be your future position. And I feel that you're going to be in a position where, Three of Cups. And I feel like you're going to be in a position where you're going to be reunited with people that's I feel like there's people that see something evil that's going on with you at work, something malevolent. They don't like your boss, and they're going to help you out. So right here for the subconscious, we got the Chariot, and I feel like you just in the state of mind of I don't give a fuck, I don't care what's going on, we moving. Goal is the Ace of Swords. The goal is to break through. I feel from a very fucked up situation, from somebody that's been oppressing you. I feel the boss that's been keeping you down. For the outcome, we got the Page of Swords. Y'all heard that? And I feel that you're moving towards a brand new beginning. A very, very good place. The outcome, the advice card. I feel that something is telling you to just take, what's that word? My consciousness is so frayed and fucked up I can't remember certain things. I had to try to take my intelligence in the spirit plane. So anyways, we got the Page of Swords. And I feel that with the Page of Swords, that you have to take initiative. Step up to the plate. So for the energy that's all around you, I feel like Seven of Cups. And I feel like conversely, there's people that's feeding off your misery and suffering, but you're going to be coming up. So for the outcome, for the Fears and the Hopes card, we got the Star. And I feel that a lot of eyes, I'm feeling both in the physical plane, spirit plane, and all of that is watching you. You got here judgment. You're going to make the right judgment call, hopefully, for your situation. So with that being said, if you want a more personalized reading, please contact me at ravenbyterror22@yahoo.com. Peace.